Feel it.
Also, before I let us go, I want to do this last one. Murder charges upheld for the only suspect to face prosecution in the 1996 Tupac Shakur killing. The only suspect to ever be charged in the 90s killing of rap icon Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas has lost a bid to have his murder case dismissed. In a ruling Tuesday from the bench, Clark County District Court Judge Carly Kearney said Duane Keefe D. Davis isn't protected against prosecution because he has not provided proof of immunity deals that he says he reached years ago with federal and local authorities while still living in California. Davis and his lawyer have argued that he never should have been charged with murder because of these deals. Attorney Carl Arnold also said that the indictment against his 61-year-old client is an egregious violation of his constitutional rights because of a 27-year delay in prosecutions. But Kearney said she found no evidence that it was intentional.
So I'm like this. How do they even know he did it?
He told on himself.
So what? I'm like this. I can say I did something, but does that mean I did it? Well, you have evidence as saying I'm here. I could tell anybody I was there when, say, and I like Biggie. I was there when Biggie got killed. Just say I said that. You know what I mean? Like, and I could talk about all this different stuff and say this is what happened, but this can be stuff I heard. I don't know. Who was to say I was there? Do they have evidence of him being in that car? Yes. They may have evidence. Do they? What?
No, Keefe D gone on.
I know. I've seen it. I've seen him.
Yeah, he told on himself.
I mean, but that doesn't mean that it's true. Is what I'm saying though. Now you have to. What proof they got?
No, they got to prove it. I mean, they got the proof of him. Yeah, I was in the car. It was my nephew, Orlando Anderson. This is why we did it. You know what I'm saying? A confession works. I mean, that's all you need is a confession. Yeah, but is that really a confession? It's not under oath. It's not any of the rest of that stuff. Is that really a confession? I'm not trying to say you have to have confession under oath because none of these things are under oath when they have them inside of police stations or whatever else. But to me that doesn't say that he did it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like he could have been doing. I'd be like, man, I'm doing this for the gram. They paying me to come on these shows. Some of his interviews, I watched the interviews before I stopped watching the guy that did them because he's a piece of shit, anyways. Who is it, Vlad? Yeah, I don't fuck with him. Yeah. You disrespect the ministry. You don't apologize, bro. You ain't bigger than us. Someone needs to put hands on him. Anyways, you know why he did it, right? Yeah, you know who Vlad is. Know what Vlad is, right? Yeah, I know exactly what he is. Okay, I know exactly what he is. But the thing is, also in there, he was like, yeah, I wrote this book, but then he was saying like parts of the book weren't, they were fake. He made it up. So he could try to get out and say he made this up. There's no solid evidence he was in the vehicle except for him saying it. There's no solid evidence that, there's no gun residue. They're saying that they found bullets from that night. That would be the dumbest thing. How do you still got bullets from that night, brother? 27 years ago, bro. I mean, like you would. How? Yeah, come on. Yeah, I mean, I've been getting around. What are you holding for collectors? If you did that, you're dumb. You deserve. Even if you got bullets from that night, that does not still mean you were there. Yeah, and this don't even hold the same energy as if it would have been like back in the 90s or even 10 years after Tupac was murdered. I mean, it's 27 years. It's like, look, bro. He has to put this. These are just different motions he has to go through to try and get cases dropped. Anyways, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to exhaust all of your motions to suppress, all your motions, try to get the case dismissed. You're supposed to do all that beforehand, anyways, because then you can come back later on appeal and say this happened. They didn't do this right, or there's something. Maybe they didn't dot their I's or cross their T's somewhere. So he's just going through the motions. Well, I mean, yeah, but it's kind of cold game. It's like they waited. I mean, the videos about what he confessed to were like old before they even came to get him. It's been. No, I mean, like he did the Vlad interviews. Like, let's say he got arrested 2 years ago, right? He did those interviews like 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They were just sitting around. Hey, you know what? Let's go get that guy talking about killing Tupac. But do you know? I mean, what makes you? Because I don't think they arrested him last year. I think was it last year? I thought it was before they got Diddy or something like that. You know what I mean? No, they got him way before Diddy. Oh yeah, no, they got him way before. But then it was close. People were like, oh, now they're about to come get Diddy because he started trying to say that because he said what's name gave him $1 million, something like that. Well, remember the whole thing was supposedly so. What Tupac may hit him up. Diddy was scared for his safety, so he's gonna pay the Southside Crips $1 million. He put $1 million bounty on Tupac, right? So when Tupac jumped Orlando Anderson, Orlando, he was like, if it was somebody from the hood, he would have came back to Compton, catch them on the streets. But he's like, Tupac was a rapper. He ain't a gangster. So they're like, and we had the bounty on him anyways. So we decided, hey, kill two birds with one stone. So, Orlando Anderson shot Tupac out the car, but then Diddy never paid. And so when they came back, so Diddy came to LA with Biggie, and Diddy was supposed to be, and they had the two SUVs or whatever. Diddy was supposed to be in the first one. But big guy, he's like, nah, man, I'm going to hop in this one. You know what I'm saying? And they knew he was supposed to be in the first one. So they came to kill Diddy. They didn't come to get Biggie. It was too late. Boom, 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 kill Biggie. And so Diddy has to live with that.
I thought that, this is what I mean, you know, of course we're just talking congestion, but I thought that, Suge's people, remember they had the guy who it's just a lot of different stories. We don't know what really happened, but you know what I mean? It's too bad that we're going down this route right now. Do I want justice for Tupac? I think it's already been served on many different fronts. So, I mean, at this point in time,
legacy is alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let him rest in peace. And, I mean, I don't wish to see anyone, incarcerated for something that they might have just been lying about.
Yeah, and then Candace Owens is trying to get online the other day trying to say Tupac was gay. I'm like, whose graces are you trying to get back into?
It's just weird.
That's why I don't mess with Candace Owens, bro.
I saw her saying that too. And then they played a video of a young Tupac when they don't. I mean, he grew up around women, but at the same time, they don't understand how some people
performing arts school.
Absolutely,
he had a great life. You know what happened to Tupac? He went to Oakland.
His mom got on drugs.
He was a Black Panther. He went to Oakland and got beat up by the police. He flipped. That's what happens when the police put hands on you. But Tupac was raised a Black Panther. His parents raised him for excellence. I know it's hard watching all these knucklehead black kids that they put on TV, but the majority, 80% of us, 70% of us, we strive for excellence.
And half of the things that they don't understand is a kid who comes from a household like that, because I don't think she just got on drugs when she went out
later on down the road.
I mean, when she went to Oakland. But what I'm saying is because he was, I think they were in Baltimore at the time that he was in performing arts school.
Lived in New York.
That he was in performance arts school somewhere in Baltimore, New York, like that, where they were in performance arts school with Jada Pinkett. And they had the video of him. He's kind of talking, but he's talking to people who are not his color. He's talking to white people. I mean, to Europeans, I should say. You know, that's who he's talking to. So at the same time, it's almost like you're playing a role when you're talking to these people, especially back then, when people did that, when there wasn't that much interaction with people from different races. Not back then, there just wasn't a lot of interaction that was like common. And so people he probably didn't have that comfortability. So he got to be someone different than the hood kid that he really was.
No, it's called code switching. We've been doing it all our lives.
That's what I'm saying.
Some kids strive to be stupid. They want to use all them words, like short words, and just try to sound. No, like the rest of us, like we want to get education. I want to go places and do things, and that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? But
Candace Owens is crazy, bro. For saying what she said. Like she just, to me, man, it's an agenda with her. Everything is because they've kicked her out of the good graces. She wasn't around. She hasn't been around anything with Trump. Why is that? They got rid of you. As soon as you said something about the people who they don't want you saying nothing about, people who shall not be named, the people who Vlad TV that we, what I mean?
Yeah.
We all know. You know what I mean? So now you're out of here. Nobody cares anything about you. They don't want you back in their face. And you're probably one of the brightest among them, but you're also one of the ones among them who they don't need. They know that you have no power.
Like they use the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? You're just there to get people that look like you over here. And then once we get that, you can go. We'll make up some excuse. You'll be gone.
But she couldn't do it. She didn't have that pool because you went the wrong way.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to let you guys go. We're going to see you next time because, the news is picking up. Uncommon Courtesy.